everyone. This is Moaz from Group 4 and today we are going to talk about smart parking. Finding a parking is a problem that we face every day, especially in malls and universities around Qatar. And in order to define or find out a solution for this problem, we needed to define the main cause of this problem, which is the number of, of cars being produced recently. After that, we come up with 5 solutions and we needed to narrow it down to 3 possible solutions. We are going to define each solution and which part does it consist of. Starting with solution 1. Solution 1 consists of unbreakable glass cube and a horizontal escalator. The second solution mainly consists of an electronic panel and light sensor. The third solution and last one, a double car parking and a car elevator. Starting with first solution. The first solution mainly consists of unbreakable glass cube to prevent robberies. As we hear every day about robberies happens in public places, especially in parking places because they are quite private. We needed to put the cars in unbreakable glass to prevent these robberies. Secondly, the fire sensor system is to avoid fire because every small spark could damage the building and the cars on it. The modern gadgets is to organize the parking process and also it can save time by organizing the cars. The horizontal escalator is to make it easy for people to move. What does it mean? For example, if someone is in a mall and is carrying heavy things, it's hard to walk to his car carrying all these heavy things. So he need to move easily to his car by using this horizontal escalator. Next, we need an air conditioning system to make the weather cooler. As we know, especially in summer, the weather in Qatar is too hot. So we need to make the weather much cooler for the users. Last thing in this solution is the LED lights to make the vision clear and natural. It can help also in increasing the safety in this place, especially in underground parkings. The vision is not good or obvious. Moving to the second solution, the electronic panel. It can help in many parkings because it tells people how many available places are there. So it can save their time. It can also prevent any crowding around the place. So if someone find out that there is no enough place for his car, there is no an empty place, he can move to another place and find another place to park his car. Secondly, the light sensors is to recognize the empty and the taking parkings. For example, if someone is driving his car, in above each parking there is a light which detects whether this parking is empty or not. For example, if it was on green, then he can park his car. The fire sensor is to avoid fires. Then moving to an important thing, the concrete pulse. This pulse helps in making the building stable because some parkings consist of several floors. Then we need to make it stable, and also how it can make the life easier because sometimes these poles are colored. uh, it can help in finding your car easily. For example, if you parked in the yellow color, you can go to the yellow color and find your car. Lastly, the air conditioning is to make the weather cooler due to the high temperature in summer in Qatar. Last solution is the double car parking. We need to get the maximum benefit of the area in the parking building, then we can make the parking doubled. Then the car elevator is to move the cars between the floors and avoid accidents. How does it avoid accidents? Because sometimes it's slopey in the parking. Due to these slopes, someone can crash the car in front of him. Next, we need an auto washing car machines to keep the cars always clean and to make the customers satisfied from this service. Lastly, as we said previously, the air conditioning is important to make the weather cooler in the parking.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Ismaili. I'm gonna present the analysis part and I hope you enjoy this. Here in this part we got three solutions which are different from each other and are similar in some points. As you know, for building and smart parking there are concepts and standards that we should be careful about them and use them in the best way that's possible. Okay, as you see here in the first solution, we can see the concepts that are seems good and useful for these kinds of parking. First of all, we have unbreakable glass cube, which we use it to place a car in there and moving the car around the parking area. Then we have fire sensor system. These fire sensor systems are very popular and known for all of you and we're using this for the safety purposes and emergency times. After that, we have modern machines. These machines are completely automatic and placed in the parking to help and direct the drivers. After the modern machines, we have the electric walking belts. These electric walking belts are using for the comfort of drivers. They can move with it easily in the parking area and with paying less time and energy than the normal working. And the third last point is air conditioning system, which is very important and popular also for all of us, and it is using for decreasing or increasing the temperature at the parking area with the comparison of outside temperature. The second last is LED lights. LED lights, which is we place it in at the surface of the parking area and using just for the direction and drivers by using that can find the places and zones they want to go. And the final things in the solution number one is concrete pools. These concrete pools are using for two purposes. One purpose is the main purpose of these pools or the safety of the building. We use it for the safety of the building and make it hard. The second is for the direction. For example, by coloring it or putting some alphabets or numbers on it, for each specific zone, the drivers can find the zones or other areas much easily. Okay, this is all for solution number one, and let's move to solution number two. In the solution number two, we have at the first point electric panel. The electronic panel which you put the car on it and it's move it to the parking place or bring it for you from the parking place or some movements like this. Then we have light sensors which I explained about that at the first solution. We use it for the direction, then fire sensors for the safety purposes as well, and the concrete pools which we explained the solution number one for two purposes: one, safety of the building, and the second for some direction purposes. And the last thing in the solution number two is air conditioning, which for changing climate inside the parking area, as you know. Maybe some of you say the solution number two is similar to solution number one. We put the solution number two here because we said it's not completely, but at some points different from solution number one. Because solution number one have some key concepts that there is not exist in the solution number two. Okay, that's all for this solution, and let's move to the last solution, solution number three. Double car parking. The double car parking, it is similar to the trucks that load the car for long distance. Then we have car elevator, which using for moving the car from the one floor of the parking to the second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and some movements like this. And something new is here is auto washing car machines. This is are small machines that do the washing job in this parking, and they are completely automatic, and the driver just have to put some information in that, and the machine do his job. It exists all around the parking in each specific zone and everywhere, and the driver can use it easily with less payment. And the last thing at solution number three is air conditioning, which was exist at solution number one and solution number two, and using for changing climate inside the parking area, as you know, and I explained for this purpose. Thank you for listening and paying attention to this part, and I'm gonna continue with my friend in the next part. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoy that.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdurrahim Avara, and I'll continue the presentation with evaluation matrix. In this step, we try to choose the best solution from the three suggested solutions, as my friends say. In this step, we should choose the solution by evaluating each one of them in the terms of our standards of interest, and we should consider all criteria required in this project to evaluate each one of these three solutions. And as you see in this slide, we have 9 important criteria. The first one is cost, and then we have safety, visibility, time, reliability, capacity, quality, effectiveness, and energy. And as you see in this evaluating table, we have important criteria in the horizontal column and the three suggested solution in the vertical column. And also in the vertical column, you see weight score and weighted score. The weight shows the importance of criteria and score which was graded by our team. And the weighted score that is weight multiplied by score. And as you see, the cost weighting 9 point that shows the importance of the cost to be feasible to contract and operate. Then we have safety and protection of the user and the vehicle is another major requirement in this project. It also weighs 9 points. The visibility is required to enhance the safety of user to avoid any accident, which is why it weighs 9 points. Then we have time. It is important criteria in every project I think, to make the parking easier and more efficient for the users. That also carries 9 points. And the reliability of the system for excluding external impacts also is important, and it is weight 8 points. And then we see the capacity that the area design must be utilized optimally to maximize the parking capacity, which weight 8 points. The quality of material is also important to build a high quality parking, and it weight 7 points. The effectiveness is important because it is necessary to release the traffic and accident, and it carries 6 points. And then we have the energy usage that weighs 6 points, and we should consider that the energy requirement for the parking, smart parking, is a lot, and we should use the renewable. So the last important criteria that the parking should be environmentally friendly by using the clean energy. So it weights 5 points. And as you see, we graded all of the criteria in solution 1, 2, and 3, as you see in the table. And the solution 1 got 469, and solution 2 for 387, and the last solution got 377 points. So we should choose the solution 1 because it weighed 469 points, and it's far better than other two solutions. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Muhammad Rayyan. I'm going to talk about the implementation of the project and discuss which one of the solutions is the best one. Then I will discuss the reasons why is it the best. When finishing the choice between the three best solutions, we found that the first solution is the best one with a leading score of 469 points. And that's for many reasons. First of all, it offers a lot of benefits to people under many criteria such as cost, safety, visibility, time, reliability, capacity, quality, effectiveness, energy, and finally environmentally friendly. Where we found this solution is the best in terms of safety because the unbreakable glass provides safety for the drivers and their cars from both collision and robbery. Also, the fire sensor is highly sensitive to smoke, which avoid fires. However, in terms of comfort, because the parking area provides ample parking for the cars to facilitate the driver and providing an electronic walking belt, which make the distance to the gate shorter and easier. And in terms of quality, we use the best materials and machines in the market to make the parking area more practical and quality. In terms of economic, the LED lights works automatically with 45% in the daytime and with 100% efficiency in the night. So the drivers will not need to switch on their car headlights and save some battery energy. Solution 1 is a building constructed on the full 100 meter by 20 meter area, which is 2000 meter square. This area is divided into 30% for the VIP and disabled people, the parking personnel, police and civil defense department. The other 70% portion is allocated to normal users or other users. Each section has their own separate entrances and exits. For construction, the site will be checked to make sure there are no problems with the land and whether it will be able to withstand the building above it or not, with the necessary precautions to solve any problem arises when building. The entire building consists of the ground floor only and covers an area of 2000 meters square. It will be built using cement and steel cables, with the steel reinforcements to maintain its strength. The forklifts will be fitted with a steady fence capable of carrying the vehicle in the event of a defect in the crane. With the laser warning system, it will respond early to prevent accidents and achieve the maximum safety. However, the second solution has achieved 387 points, where the third solution has 377 points. Both solutions lack some important features, like the ones included in the first one, so we did not choose them.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. I am Anas Durra, and I am going to continue our project presentation talking about the verification and the conclusion. To begin, solving the problems in the traditional parking is the best solution. It's better to think about solving the problems and issues in the normal parking, then go to the smart parking. It's like a low level and high level. Low level is normal parking, so it's better to think about solving the problems in the low level and issues. Then think about the high level, which is smart parking. The suggested idea was built on a rectangular area of 100 meters times 20 meters. This area is required to build the smart parking. The system required to use an automated hydraulic forklift. It's like a lift which can go up and down with the car between the floors. Smart parking is safer than regular parking because there is no human interactive in the smart parking. It's only cars and no human interactive inside or any activities. Smart parking is a time saver. The car just need to put it in the basement or upper floor and leave it to the hydraulic lift. It also eliminates the need for the people to enter the parking area and search for a parking to park their cars. Smart parking depends on the solar energy. Because of the automated forklift system, parking users the smart parking uses a little more energy, but this is not too much because it relies more on solar energy. Moreover, cars are parked at the entrance of on the top or bottom floor and don't need to run idle, which further contributes reducing emissions and making parking more environmentally friendly. To conclude, the main purpose of our project is to find one solution and develop it to reduce the problem of parking. After all, in order to solve these problems, we have to apply this project and wait for the result and analyze them to see if the solution is useful or useless. The best option was to design a smart parking, which is the first one, which consists of two floors, four gates, two entry, two exit, and four areas divided into 30-70%. The 30% uh, portion, the 30% portion is dedicated to VIP and disabled people. The large 70% portion is allocated to normal users. Each section has their own separate entrance and exits. With a hydraulic lift system to lift cars to the top floor of each parking lot with the quality evaluation for each of the following standards and rules: cost, safety, visibility, time, reliability, capacity, quality, energy, environmentally friendly. Furthermore, cars are turned off at the entrance and do not need to running idle, which contributes to further reduction of emissions and make the parking more environmentally friendly. This is our references, and this is our group members. And thank you all for listening.